I want to quickly introduce our two young people that just came back from the States before we close. Thabo, and I don't have my phone on me now. Because now these guys are bios guys, ne? These guys you just don't, even when we have the PDO, I was telling the council, you don't just go there and stand. These guys are in government. These guys have companies. These guys, I always say to myself, I'm very, very blessed to be chairperson of this alumni association. Because, guys, these are guys in very high positions. So I'm just going to quickly, Thabo. So Thabo sends me his profile, and then he says, read from section what to section what. Do you understand? Guys, do you understand what I mean? When someone says, here's my profile, but you can read from section A to C, because Z is going to take 3 hours. So we have Thabo Mangatane, right? He's known for his charisma and energy. Can I please, Sianda, have another seat here so that we can quickly chat? He's known for his charisma and energy. Thabo Godfrey Mangatane is a young and vibrant chartered accountant, business coach, and speaker. His vision is to help build a sustainable South African economy through the development and growth of innovative businesses and business leaders. He holds the following qualifications. Wait for it. BCom from the University of Limpopo. BCom honors in accounting from UJ. Professional business coach with the SA Business Coaches. He holds directorship in the following companies. Kolwana Chartered Accountants, where he is the managing director. Appreciate Coach Services, a professional coaching service company aimed at supporting and growing youth entrepreneurship. Bahanesi Agribusiness, where he is the head of finance and business development. The South African State Theatre as chairperson of the Audit and Risk Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Thabo Mangatane. I have printed Mandisa's bio, but I need to find it. But one of the things that we are right now, Mandisa came back from the States. Now this is flaunting on another level, ne? Or girl comes back from the States, ne? Comes back to graduate with an MBA. like it's levels, getting. So, Mandisa, I need to find your quickly, I'm going to find your bio here. There we go. On my emails, and I'm quickly going to read it. For everyone, I want you young people to be very inspired. Mandisa is a confident professional with an infectious enthusiasm for sports, which makes her a great team player. She's an authentic leader who builds legitimacy through honest relationships and openness. She is also an advocate for financial inclusion for women and youth. Mandisa is passionate about education. She holds a leadership, wait for it, leadership in business executive education qualification from the prestigious Kellogg School of Management in Chicago, USA. She holds a master's in business administration, MBA. Guys, do you know what an MBA is? She holds a postgraduate diploma, both from Gibbs, guys, and an NMP from Wits Business School, both, ne? She has an undergraduate degree with a double major in finance and portfolio management from Bond University in Gold Coast, Australia. I haven't finished. I'm going to finish just now. Mandisa has over 13 years professional experience in various fields of forensics, risk advisory, deal sourcing, and fundraising. transaction advisory, management consulting, strategy consulting. She's the founder and lead strategist in a managing founder, note, in a management consultation company, as well as the co-founder and COO of Asali Capital, an investment holding company that generates long-term capital appreciation by investing in high-growth, sustainable businesses led by strong management teams. Mandisa plans to grow her footprint in the investment sector in the next 12 months, to launch a women and youth early stage fund that provides access to capital and post-investment support to ensure the growth and sustainability of women and youth-owned businesses. She also plans to continue her philanthropy work with youth through her youth sports against HIV/AIDS and women business mentorship initiatives. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mandisa. So now we said sharing is caring. You are my people, guys. So I know you understand. So I wanted to just have you guys here, just to quickly chat. We've heard what you do, but Mandisa, can you please simplify what you do in layman's terms?
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much, Nolu. I think the simplest way to explain what I do is really I help entrepreneurs realize their dreams by ensuring that the businesses they build are not only sustainable but high impact. They can impact community, the economy, but also I'm very passionate about increasing access. So access to information, access to funding, more importantly, especially for women. I think I advocate a lot for women entrepreneurs so that their businesses don't just die at ideation stage. So it's important that we invest in them as early as possible to give them the kind of structures and support to grow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hope you heard that.
Okay, so I always struggle with this question because when I'm asked what I do, I'm just like, I wake up. And I pretty much do what needs to be done. But the goal is to, having come from a township, I would like to help other young people to realize their dreams, because we spend a lot of time, or put it this way, I want to be able to impact everybody around me to get to where I am, but better. Right. So that's what I do. So whether that is on a one-to-one coaching with a young business leader, I've been a mentor since 2006. That's one of the things that are on the profile. And I've mentored so many people who wanted to become chartered accountants. And through the program that I've been working on, we were able to produce more than 1,013 chartered accountants, and I'm one of those. So Yalik is on the right path. So what we then do is, how do we get them to actually sit in the JSE, where Mandisa has grown the company, but Mandisa now needs boards of directors. So we will then say, no, here's the plug, this person can run the company and lead it to profitability and social impact. So we would do that, and then we'll also help people that already have dreams and have started businesses, and we help them go with their businesses. So currently what's not on my profile is that
guys.
We started Kumbaya, and Kumbaya, it sounds very cliche, I'm sure you can imagine what Kumbaya is, where we have adopted 7 young emerging leaders in Africa, across Africa. So South Africa, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Kenya, Nigeria, that we then coach pro bono and give consulting and strategic consulting together with Mandisa as well in some of the projects to improve their NGOs to actually now start making money. Because NGOs don't make money, they get funding.
Yeah.
So we are saying, how can you make money and sustain your NGO so that it's a business, and then we change the narrative that business is actually here to create a solution and not just make money. So that's what we're doing.
Wow.
That's Kumbaya.
Wow. This is extremely relevant for some of the young people that I have, because we are all like these wonderful social Now, okay, at least now we call ourselves social entrepreneurs. But like before, we used to be like, we collect clothes and we give people, and we help orphans.
There we go.
And then when you get to the States and other parts of the world, they actually have like these banners or the checks framed where the corporates actually give like $10 million for 6 months.
Yeah.
And so they make money out of this. And so people start giving because giving comes with money.
Yeah.
Just to you, Mandisa, do you think as young people in South Africa, are we there in terms of investments and investing in financially and also in ourselves? Where are we in the bigger scheme of things?
I think there are two camps, there are the Mandisas and the Thabos, those that are really dedicated to changing the narrative around education firstly, and that education is not only necessarily found in the classroom, and then there are the camps of those that are waiting to be inspired.
Yeah.
And I think that those of us that have woken up to the importance of education, and I don't necessarily just mean textbook, but knowledge. It's important for us to impart that knowledge onto those that don't know. And I think there's a bigger group of those that don't know than those that do. So I think the responsibility is for us to revolt against those barriers that really are breaking the access to information, to knowledge. So I think if we were to quantify what it means for those that don't know, it's, being stuck in a glass box and seeing opportunity, but not having the tools to break those peripheral glass walls. So I think that the work we do over and above creating sustainable businesses for ourselves, but is really to break the peripheral glass ceilings, the peripheral glass walls, and the barriers that are really limiting us from accessing opportunity, information, and sessions like this really that begin to break those ceilings. So yes, there's a lot of work we have to do on the ground, and I think it really does start with having conversations, showing the black child that it's possible, and that the barriers that you see are not real, they are so intangible. And I think that we with initiatives like Yali, they really help in making us the advocates for change, that as black children our dreams are more than valid, that the opportunity is now, and that we have to continuously prepare so that when opportunity and that preparation comes in, we can be successful.
Wow. Thank you so much. Let's just jump into it. You guys just came back from the States. Can you just quickly share your experience? Because we all have this major different experiences where you feel like you've just been plunged, but I'm not going to touch on mine. I just want to know, Thabo, how did it feel for you? Of course, having these Africans, as South Africans, sometimes we live in a very crazy, false world of thinking that we are superior from the rest of Africa, when in actual fact we are not. And then you get into this program and you have all these Africans, and you only have the other Africans, except you are the only South African there. How does it feel, and how did it feel for you?
So there's too many layers to this question, right? So one, for me going to the United States, I had to condition myself going there. I'm one person that wants to know where I'm going, where am I going, who am I going to meet, what am I going to talk to them about, today, who am I meeting, why do I need to talk to them, why are they talking to me, why am I allowing people into my space, because space is so sacred. So when I went there, I went with the intention that Kumbaya, which was what I've been doing privately as pro bono work, I want to grow it into Africa. So when I got to the University of Nebraska Lincoln, the home of Warren Buffett, the 24 other people that I was with, I started talking to them and saying, listen guys, this is the idea that I have, what do you think? They're like, oh yeah, great, bring it to Nigeria, bring it to Kenya, bring it to Seychelles, bring it to here. So I went there looking for collaboration. I went there looking for commonality. And once you have that attitude, it becomes easier for you to deal with anybody, because you would deal with someone who's come from Rwanda and has lived through the era of the Hutsis and the Tutsis, and has seen their parents being, butchered, to death. And now you have to deal with you have to deal with these dynamics and still meet a common goal. So it's really made me appreciate what is it that we are dealing with as an African, but it's also made this statement very profound for me. One of the things that matters in life is okusalayo. And okusalayo, whatever happened in the past has happened.
Yeah.
We are here now, and we need to get to. We agree that there needs to be computers in every high school in South Africa. So how do we disrupt? How do we revolt and do that? Whether it's in Kenya, whether it's in the DRC, whether it's in Rwanda, so that experience for me made it easier. And when we were having a conversation about South Africa being the New York of Africa, it was clear that I am not interested in what we don't get along on. I am interested in what is it that you want to do for your country, what do I know from my country that I've seen works, and how can we export this, work together, and kumbaya literally, and sing kumbaya my lord, kumbaya. Someone is crying, kumbaya. How do we hold hands and we fix the issues that we have in common?
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Mandisa, I'm going to go to you quickly and just ask, when you got to this program, I just want to see how did you see our country? And now, having come back, one of the things is you have to come back. If you guys are applying, they want you to come back and implement it. You're going to be in trouble. Those guys are going to be like, what have you done?
Yeah.
So how differently are you seeing our beautiful country? I know I'm directing this question, but how are you seeing our country? Because I think we've lost a view of our country, and I think we need to reinstate what our country really is compared to America, and just who we are as a country.
Okay, I think I'll answer in two.
This is gonna be fun. Listen.
I'll answer in two parts. I think firstly, I had to recognize my privilege. When I got to the US, my privilege as a South African, my privilege having grown up in a home where I had access, and then I also had to come to terms with my weaknesses, my shortcomings, about how little I knew of my continent, how little I knew of the people that are fighting similar struggles in environments that are far more depressed than mine, and that are so dedicated and committed to changing the lives of the people in their communities without the thought of their own well-being. So when I got to the US, I realized that us as South Africans, our privilege meant nothing. The essence of being the New York of Africa means nothing because we are in New York of the world.
Yeah. Literally.
And I think that, but there's also a lot of learning. I learned, you touched on the beautiful South Africa. There's a lot of socially, a lot of things that Americans don't do well. I arrived there, Zulu girl, in Chicago, and I was walking around greeting everyone, good morning. And you get nothing. And you get a stare at most, that's like, why are you talking to me? And I realized that the sense of Ubuntu is not just a word. We embody it in who we are. And
beautiful.
that is the commonality that binds us as Africans, because there's a different sense of Ubuntu with all Africans. And so also I learned the depth of opportunity that lie not just in South Africa but on the continent. I mean, when we speak in business from an investment perspective, the West is saturated, the East is closed off, so everyone is now looking at Africa, So the responsibility on us is how do we protect the natural resources that we have in Africa from the Western world and the Europeans and how do we prevent repeating the mistakes of our forefathers that gave away the resources that are inherently ours, So I think that is one of the lessons that I learned, that we have a major responsibility in how we extract and preserve natural resources for the benefit of Africans, by Africans, for Africa. And that really is the biggest lesson, and that they're going to come here with the big words and the dollar. And there's going to be a lot of temptation for us to give away what is there for us to preserve for our next generation. So I encourage us more than anything to see the value in who we are and what we have, and preserve it before someone else shows the value to us. And then we have to buy that value back. So that's
Has she not touched on the reality that our forefathers, we've lost everything, we've lost history, you can't find a single thing about us on YouTube or anywhere else. Everything is patented by everyone else except for us. Our medications are patented by everyone else except for us. Let me start with the questions. I'm just going to open it up to just 3 people, young people in the audience, if you'd like to find anything out from these 2 amazing young people. You can just ask a question and then, yes, my darling. 1, 2, we close it, right? Okay, number 3. Okay, number 1.
So I have these great ideas because I'm very passionate about social development, African development, economic development more specifically. And I have all these ideas. How did you start? And how did you know which idea you were going to go with and just start without overthinking and giving all these excuses? How did you just start?
Yeah.
Okay, that's an amazing question.
That's a coaching question. So I'll attempt to answer it this way. So, 1, it's always about what would happen if you don't.
Ooh.
It's right. Because a lot of the time when something is put in your heart for you to do, that's what kind of makes or breaks you, whether you do it or not. So it starts there. Then with 1, making peace with that and being one with that. 2, it's then saying, if I were to start, what does it entail? Who do I need? What do I need? Right? To make it happen. And then from then, like a piece of a puzzle, you start building onto it. You are able to have, when you come to these events, you are able to have fruitful conversations with the people that are in the room, because you came knowing that this is what I want to achieve. So that will be a great way to start anything.
I think Thabo's touched on the practical how. I think emotionally, the most important thing is you need to revolt against the need for validation. I think we spend too much time trying to seek validation outside of ourselves for dreams that are from ourselves,
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing, is that you must be deliberate, you must be unapologetic, and you must be decisive.
Yeah.
If you can do those 3 things, there isn't a person you will engage who will not give you the opportunity to firstly articulate what it is you want to do, but also offer a lending hand. So I think there are going to be a lot of voices. People will tell you, how dare you dream of starting a $5 million fund when you've never managed $1 million?
Yeah.
And I'm saying that this is the dream that I have, and this is the dream that is valid for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow.
So there's something that I really want to quickly say. You also need to be able to let go. You need to be willing to let go.
Ooh, which is hard.
Which is very hard. And for me, I think that is one of the biggest things the biggest jumps we need to make in life, is to learn to let go, whether it's death, whether it's, I'll give you an example, one of the biggest risks in my business, has been leaving this thing that I worked 12 years for to become a chartered accountant. And one day I woke up and I said, okay, I'm done. Now I need to let go of being a chartered accountant and now start a business that starts businesses. You understand what I mean? So, and I had to let go of the person that I was. I had to let go of the fact that I used to work for the Auditor General. I had to let go of the programs that I was doing, helping high school, children get to a certain point. But you have to let go to actually get to the next level. And how you let go is you train people. Like in this room, there's Fulufelo, who I can tell you one day came out of my boss's office when I lectured at UJ, when they told her she'll never become a chartered accountant. And then she walks out crying, and I say to her, why are you crying? It's like, no, this man just told me I won't be a chartered accountant. And I asked her, do you want to be a chartered accountant? She said, yes. I was like, do you understand what it takes to be a chartered accountant? She said, yes. Today, she's a chartered accountant. But not just Fulufelo, if you could stand, please. Woo! And she's not just a chartered accountant, but she's a fitness bunny. She was actually shortlisted to be one of the people in the USN fitness models.
Wow.
So, and when you deny such an opportunity to people, but I had to let go of that because I prepared her through the kindness that I'd shown her by being her mentor. She will be able to do this with other people. And now it's my duty to task her and say, all of you that are in this room, if you want inspiration, go talk to Fulufelo. Not get busy, I'm talking to Mandisa. so you let go.
Guys, you know these guys, eh? Melanie, yeah, that's beautiful, Melanie. I think most of the people we've met here in these events such as these, and we've built beautiful relationships. I met you when the minister was at the Faith Mangobe Training Institute, so thank you for being here, my darling.
It's a pleasure. So I would like to know from both of you, being academia leaders, being business leaders and coach leaders, and replenishing and the numerous programs that you have instilled yourself in, how do you refrain from being distracted and keeping on yourself in various international projects?
Hey, Mandisa.
I think for me on a personal level, I thrive with destruction. So I think it is, I use the chaos to find direction. So Thabo knows I've fallen in the other day, I've got this great idea, and it's easy to get lost in those ideas, but I've found that we need to build a circle of accountability, and one of the things that my data program has is accountability partners.
Yeah.
So find someone outside of your real life, someone who will be unapologetic or not willing to understand but I had to run late, I had a late assignment, keeping goal, keeping tasks, having someone who makes you accountable to those goals. My accountability partners in Nigeria, so we do Skype calls, how far are you on this particular project, how far are you on certain things. But I think the most important thing is to build a network of people that don't necessarily validate what you're doing, but reassure you because they're going to be difficult times. Entrepreneurship is first and foremost a spiritual journey.
Yes.
You will question why me. There'll be opportunities. You look around, and people say don't look at what people are doing, but you look at your peers, and they are in executive positions and big corporates, and you're just trying to get that invoice paid, And so it's important to keep people that remind you why you started, that remind you why it's important, why the work you're doing matters. That for me, I find really keeps me in the midst of chaos, focused.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So for me, it's boundaries. It's what I let into my space. If it's something negative, I don't allow it. But I also approach everything with love and compassion. So if someone comes to me screaming and shouting, I identify that there's a person that's not happy and they are saying this. What is it that they're really trying to communicate to me? Is it factual? Is it not? Is it something that is within my lane? So, if I were to summarize this, so you see this circle is what I can control. There's a circle outside of it that's slightly bigger, is what I can influence but I can't control. Then there's a bigger circle of what I can neither influence nor control. And I play within my lane and I stay in my lane because there's no traffic there. And when anything comes my way, I go back to the 3 circles and say, where does this fall? And then I'm able to plug it properly and I know then how to respond to it. So energy is very important.
Thank you so much. Can we have the third and last question?
There's actually quite a few, actually.
No. Third and last girl. Third and last.
She's the big one.
Okay, I'll just make it one thing, right? So speaking of energies and especially taking from what Noluthando has already built on,
Yeah.
and the first question that we had about how to start, right? I've passed the stage where I've started and I've gone quite a short distance, but I've come across a time where I feel tired, and it's like you know when someone doesn't hear you, like I'm telling you to go this way, but like and it gets frustrating because I'm still a person myself, you know. Although I'm trying to help my society and I'm trying to do all these other things, I'm still me and I still need to go back to myself. So how do I remind myself why it's so important for me to tell you that the door is there and to like get you from looking that way, right? And then lastly, just a short one, how do you define mentorship? Have you ever mentored anyone, and what who are your mentors personally?
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think on the first question, you're going to come across a lot of people who will not get what you're trying to do. They're not going to try to hear you. And I think the most important thing is to ask yourself, how relevant is this person in me realizing my journey?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times we get stuck trying to convince a particular person when there's a plethora of other people who are waiting for you.
Yeah.
So if you're investing a lot of energy in trying to convince someone, that person is not the right person for you. I'm a firm believer that when opportunity meets preparation, you succeed. So if that person does not provide an opportunity, they are not in your journey of success.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is important. And I think
Mentorship.
mentorship. I've been mentoring people pretty much my whole life, and always people older than me, interestingly. Because of the work that I do, I've mentored a lot of business owners. So I started off when I was in varsity still studying, and I used to work with owners in Alexandria who own businesses. I'd help them do their books, I'd help them do stock orders and things like that. So I started mentoring businesses at a very young age. And then after I got into the professional space, I took on professional mentors as part of my job. And now in my business, I mentor businesses. My partner is actually somewhere in the audience. And we're about to roll out another program where we're mentoring businesses, you know, on a non-profit basis, where we're saying that there are a lot of young people like yourself who have great initiatives that can move South Africa and the continent forward. How do we help you build businesses that are positioned and aligned to the free trade agreement that's coming, you know? How do I help you see your business as more than just one for Alex or South Africa, but one that is shaped for the continent? You can pick up most annual reports and everyone almost has a vision that says, you know, our long-term plan is to move it to the continent, but rarely can people answer how when you ask them. So I think the investment we make is really trying to break down those barriers, and thankfully with policies like the free trade agreement, we can now, when you start your business, say, how is this business going to scale in 5-10 years so that you're servicing Africa? How pertinent is the need of what you're doing for the continent? So I do mentor a lot of young folk.
Okay.
So I don't know what the first question was. I kind of forgot. What was the first question?
It was like
If someone,
How do you always have
Oh,
to,
yes.
even if
How-
people
the
don't want to
buy-in.
go in a certain
The buy-in.
direction, yeah.
Okay. So I think in life we also need to understand timing. Sometimes, I gave an example of Fulu. There are also people that I've mentored that didn't, like it never, like the spark didn't. It was just like, yo, let's. You know when you're trying to put on the lighter, and then it's just like tap tap tap. It's just. And sometimes it's a matter of timing. But 5 years down the line, you get a call, and someone says, you know, I used to hate you because of what you used to say, but now I get it. Because they were not in the right space, right? And understand that our job is not to convince anybody of anything. Our job is to say, hi, this is what I do, you know, and I'm working towards Cape Town. So I see life as a journey where I'm working from Limpopo, where I'm from, to Cape Town. I don't know why Cape Town, because like my fellow, but it's at the end of, yeah, right? So I see myself working on this journey, and there's people that I'm going to meet, and they're working wherever they're going.
Yeah.
And I'm quite okay with working with someone from Limpopo, and then when we get to Joburg, they want to go to Durban. And it doesn't
Their
move
journey.
me, because that's their journey. My journey is to go south. So that's quite important, that you spend a lot of time and energy on people, not trying to convert people, but when you do something and it becomes successful, now people that did not get this idea, and I'll use this parable. Think of us having gone to America right now, né? But this is 1930. We don't have cell phones, right? We've seen New York. We've seen the buildings. You see Sentin. New York is like Sentin on top of Sentin on top of Sentin. Right? It's levels. And now I need to come back to Africa and tell my village that, listen, actually we should be building this thing. I don't have a photograph of it. I'm saying this is going to be possible. Of course they're going to say this is witchcraft. When you are coming here, you understand what I mean? So Revolt is actually about that. As some of the things that we have seen, we've come back and we said, we can change this, we can do that, we're inspired. If we spend time trying to convince people, it will steal from the actual tangibles that are the outcomes. So you just start working. If nobody wants to listen to you, it's fine. Go find other people that are willing to listen, make it a success, and once it's a success, nobody can ignore success.
Wow.
wow. You guys are just amazing. Thank you so much for availing yourselves. You know I call.
Yeah, she does.
Still gonna call. The last event they said, Ish, it's the calling that's a problem. Hey, when you see Noluthando's calling an email, yo. But we thank you so much.
Yeah.
We still want you to be a part of these things where we come and inspire our young people. Let us build further. Let us move forward, and let us make things work.
Yeah.
And on that breath, I just want to give you something.
Thank you.
Mandisa, this is also for you.
Thank you.
With
Let me
love
put a
from the
wait, wait,
council.
wait. Put a bomb is here.
Thank you so much, guys.